Hey, good day to you. Yes, I am running late. I don't know what it is. Seems like the morning was going fine. Had something come up I couldn't stop. Next thing I know, I'm almost 15 minutes late for my live. But sometimes the way things go. No, I'm going to change that. That's sometimes the way things go when I don't take quite responsibility and take full control of what I'm doing with my time. So this is David, and today, what are you hungry for? Part 3, mind. Dealing with the mind. Now, this is probably, I think it's one of the most important things we need to make sure and nourish with the best things for us. I've heard me talk before, my point of view is spiritual being and a physical body, and the mind connects the two together. And the mind is the one that's either going to talk you into something or talk you out of something. It's the one that kind of controls everything, especially the subconscious mind, everything you're aware of. So we only have, like 40 bits of information you're consciously aware of, while there's like 40 million or more you're unaware of. And I always talk about the subconscious mind is kind of like the iceberg. The tip of the iceberg is what you're aware of. Everything else under is what you're not aware of. The subconscious mind is the one that runs the show. That's why it is so important to be aware of what you put into your mind, what you think, what you read, what you listen to, what you watch, what you pay attention to. All those things play a factor, and that's why it is so important to work on your mental nutrition. So we can go about this a number of different ways. One is the factors I just mentioned there. What are you watching? What are you listening to? What do you pay attention to? Are you watching the news? That is always negative. And you'll find, I find most of the people I study, these are multimillionaires, somebody's billionaires, ones that are extremely successful, none of them watch the news. Because I've come to find out is basically the news, mainstream media is meant to show you what's wrong in the world. They want to steer worry, doubt, and fear in you. So I don't watch the news for decades. I got a few YouTube channels I watch, kind of lets them know that can give me kind of unbiased opinions on certain, or unbiased views on certain things that are going on, not a controlled perspective, which is what you find out there. So be aware of that. Social media. I know several people, I'm friends with in social media, I've known them in real life, but sometimes almost all they put out is negative stuff. They're complaining about this. Here's the problem here. Here's the problem here. It's negative, negative, negative. A lot of times I might be still be friends with them, but I'll unfollow them. So I'm not getting all their negativity on me. Even the stuff you listen to, even the movies you watch. I know certain movies that used to be, I watched before, a lot of violence in it, a lot of action there. Some of the stuff I can't watch. I'll try watching it and it has an effect on my body. I'm not able to do that anymore. So it's making sure you always have the positive vibes and positive, hey man, get the positive vibes going on. It might be what you're looking for. But yeah, make sure you always have the stuff in that you want. What he kind of comes into is also kind of what comes out, because if you're always looking at that negativity going on, if you're always nourishing yourself with the stuff, think about the same thing with the body. You nourish yourself with food, bad food, it's going to have an effect on your body. Just think about your vehicle. If you have a high performance vehicle and you feed it really crappy fuel, it's not going to perform as well. Same thing with your body, same thing with your mind. And if you always have that negative stuff going on, that is going to carry over into how you perceive things, how you viewpoint. If you're always constantly negative, what are you putting in to bring it out? So another aspect about nourishing is make sure it's the learning aspect. What are you learning? What, are you getting something that's going to fire you up, get you learn new things? Not to mention, by learning, especially new skills, you're creating new neural networks into the brain. Expands it, gets itself learning. I discovered a couple decades ago that I enjoy learning. I've loved listening to master classes, watching new videos, reading new content. Putting it into practice is a little different, but I like the learning process. But go through and think about, now of course when you learn something new, sometimes there's just idea of learning something you might have a slight interest in. It's like, oh, this sounds like a cool topic, let me learn about this. Versus something you're really passionate about, learning new things. Like for me, I love learning about new stuff about exercise, fitness, meditation, energy work, motorcycles, all that. I can thrive it. I can probably get myself on YouTube and watch different videos of it. I can get sucked into watching the view. And it's not just crap. I mean, it's stuff to learn. It's about taking rides, about what the new technology's out. What can you do for yourself? And it's not just watching, it's learning. For me, it's a learning process. That's what fires me up. That's what I learn. That's what I enjoy doing. So with that, what are you hungry for? Realize what you put into your mind is what's going to be coming out for the rest of you. It's going to affect your viewpoint. It's going to affect the attitude you have. And also understand that circumstances do not have meanings until you give them one. And whatever you look for, you're going to find. If you think the world is a mean and nasty place, you are going to find evidence to support that. If you think the world is good and overall people themselves are actually good, they don't, a lot of them don't intend harm. They actually are doing their best. They might not do things that turn out very well, but that was not their intention. you're going to find evidence to support that. So what type of nourishment are you feeding yourself? What is the mental nutrition that you get going into your body? What is it you're hungry for dealing with the mind? So that's part 3 today. In the description, you'll find a link to my free Facebook group where we go into a little more detail and give you some more questions to kind of ponder on this topic to dive a little deeper for yourself. And that way there you can kind of figure out what is it you're hungry for and then what effect that actually can have on your life as a whole. So here we are on a Wednesday. It's hump day, so enjoy the rest of your midweek. And we will catch you tomorrow for part 4, which is going to be the spirit. So take care and balance into you. Bye-bye.